Good evening.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Just wait, madam. I will introduce the.
Okay.
So, very good evening to you all. Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Ausa District Latur is organized a world record series 2. Today we are completing 365th day of the long series, and the keynote speaker for today's session is on dais Honorable Dr. Savitri Warad ma'am. So first of all, I heartily welcome to you, madam. I welcome
Thank
the
you,
chief
sir.
organizer of the series, Honorable Dr. M. Betkar sir. Also welcome faculties from my college and all those dear participants. The topic for today's presentation is biology for engineers. Now let me introduce in short today's keynote speaker, Honorable Dr. Savitri Warad ma'am, presently serving as an associate professor at the Department of CSE GNDEC Bidar from Karnataka. With this brief introduction, now I request you, madam, please start your presentation on today's topic, biology for engineers. You are most welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for congratulate all of the team completed the 360 of Congress all of you and committee for in the I'm going to deliver a topic on for engineer. That is one of the goal for students. So
Ma'am, I am sorry, your voice is not clear. Before it was, but now we are getting some low voice and disturbance from your side. No voice clear, madam, please. Good evening, ma'am.
Hi everybody, good evening.
You are most welcome, ma'am. Most welcome.
I can hear very badly. I don't know why. Connection is not very good. Thank you. Thank you.
Now, Savitri, madam, please check. Now start your presentation.
hello, hello. Is it coming, sir?
Yes, madam. Yes, perfect.
I
Okay.
came outside, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, good evening, all. Today, I would like to present my topic on biology for engineers. So this is the one of the VTU prescribed course for the engineer students. It is in the third semester. So it is the one of the thing we should understand why the biology is as required for an engineer, because there are two different these are very two different things are there. One side biology is there, another one side is engineering is there. Everyone understand that biology means we have to go to the medical field, not not it requires some technical things, but for making of an technical instruments or the technical devices which are using in our daily to day life, we must first understand the biology concept. That's very important for us. So that purpose, so the biology is necessary for to study the engineering students. So first in our mind comes, what is the biology? Biology is nothing but the studying of an organisms or the cells. in which it will give the details of the cells or the molecules. Molecules means, again, in that molecules we are going to be studies for, as per the engineering application level, we have to study the carbohydrates are nothing the small particles or the molecules. That carbohydrates are used as one of the engineering application for an water filter purpose. So that particular water filter, cellulose is used as a water filter. So cellulose is nothing but the one of the example for the carbohydrate. So first we have to understand the carbohydrate structures, and we have to be implement that carbohydrate, or we have to use that carbohydrate in filtering the water. So this is the one of the technique used for the filtration purpose. This is nothing but the one of the engineering application. Are you audible, sir?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. So, why we should go? I have already told you about we have to learn the biological things. Then we have to be implement those biological things to in the making of an artificial things. Nothing but the devices which we are making with the help of the engineering applications, engineering mechanics. We are implementing those engineering mechanics to make the artificial devices. So, if we are acquiring the more engineering knowledge, we have to we are acquiring the more engineering knowledge means definitely we will study the natural structure of the biological things. It will, and natural functions of the biological things. It will help to make the artificials ones. So, which are those engineering principles we have to study? Engineering principles are, first one is biomechanics we have to study. In that biomechanics, this is the application or the study of an living organism, including their kinematics and the kinetics, in and how the human body is as a collection of levers made to the bones which are moved by its muscles. In support used to analyze the performance levels of athletes, focuses of body segments and its interaction with the surrounding environment. I mean to say that if we are using the prosthetic devices, such as we are using for the sports persons, we are using the prosthetic devices which are adjusted to the our body, which are fixed to our body. Those devices, those artificial devices has to understand our body muscles, that has to make the movement of their body muscles, so such that we have to first understand the biomechanics. The biomechanics is the one of the principle used in the engineering level application, that is used for the sports devices which are artificially used, such as a prosthetic devices. We will see next again, and we are to again study the nanotechnology. In that nanotechnology we are studying the carbon nanotubes as a drug delivery systems used in cancer therapy is also related to an human body. We are going to be giving an therapy. In that therapy, how the cells have been removed, the cancer cells will be removed, and how they are acting, we have to be study those things. So the mechanics which we are studying is nothing but the nanotechnology. This is also one of the engineering application. First we have to understand the nanotechnology, then we have to implement that nanotechnology in the chemical therapy, in the prevention of an cancer. And we have to study the CFD, that is the computational fluid dynamics. This is also engineering tool that connects mechanics and mathematics. and software programming to execute simulation performing how a fluid flows based on Navier-Stokes equations. So this is the one of the thing we have to study, mechanics, principle of an engineering that will be used as an biologically aspects we have to understand, and we have to implement that biological things to an making of an artificial devices. So these bionics and the biological inspired engineering is the one of the application methods and systems found in nature to the study and design of an engineering systems in modern technologies. Again, we have to study the one of the biological things are PLA and PHA bioplastics. What are those PLA and the PHA bioplastics? Those are nothing but the polylactic acids and the polyhydroxy acids. Those are used for making of an polymer things, and those are nothing but used for an orthopedic devices, and these materials are used for the drug delivery systems and tissue engineering. In the tissue engineering, we are using the PHA and the PLA bioplastics. These are comes under the again the biology things, biological. These are the bioplastics. We have to use the bioplastics. Why the bioplastic means? This is the one of the advantage of an for the environment side. We don't want to be an environment pollutions. If we are using, we have to avoid the environment pollution. If we are going more towards to the biological things, means less pollutions will be there, or less pollutant of the area will be there. So that's why we have to be use the PLA and the PHA. Again, these bioplastics will be used in the cancer therapy, skin tendon healing. These plastics will be used. These also comes under the biologicals. And we have we have to think of the nucleic acids. Nucleic acids also comes under the biology. That is, which are the nucleic acids for general purpose? The DNA and the RNA. The DNA, deoxyribose nucleic acids, and the ribosome nucleic acids, those are used for the RNA vaccines in the earlier stage of an COVID-19. Those are very, very helpful in the era of an COVID-19. By using these DNAs, RNAs, we have produced the vaccines. Those vaccines are saved the so many lives. So that's why we have to study the biology. To make the injections, we have to study the biology that has to be suitable for the human body. Such a way we have designed the vaccines. Those vaccines are from the nucleic acids. Again, the nucleic acids will becomes under the biology. Again, we have to study the lipids. What are those lipids? Already we are familiar with those lipids. Those lipids are used as an biodiesels and the cleaning agents or the detergents. These cleaning agents or the detergents or the biodiesels, again, they have to be produced with the help of the engineering level applications. So we have to study the structure of the lipids. And we have to study the biosensors. In that biosensor, what we have to study these are the devices used to measure the many different measures, such as the analyte concentrations, and used such as the analysis, toxicology, medical diagnosis, and the environmental monitoring and others. So biosensors also we have to be study. Those biosensors are used in the so many applications, which are those hemoglobinometer and the electrogenic signometer and the smart watches. Those smart watches are those smartwatches are wearing those persons, those are able to check their blood pressures and the how much amount of the hemoglobin, again to make all those devices, artificial devices or the which reads our biological things, those study mechanics we have to study, that comes under the engineering level. Again, some of the biofilters we have to study. So the biofilters examples are treatment ponds, wetlands, natural wetlands, filters like bio whales, bio strips, bio bags, bio scrubbers, wormy filters, and the tricking filters. So these will be removing the whichever the bad content in the water. So bioreactor containing living material to capture and biologically
खाना
degrade
पकड़ नहीं
the
आता
pollutant. Hello? And we have to study the biopesticides. So again, these are the biopesticides or the organisms instead of
पुस्तक
the
कधी काढले ते
chemicals.
बघल्या नाही मग आम्ही एवढं वरीच निघून गेले पण दोघं बी पुस्तकं बोलले नाही.
That can be used instead of chemicals. So nowadays we are using those chemicals, means it will be harmful to us only. So we have to avoid those harmful chemicals. In place of an harmful chemicals, we are using the biopesticides. Those biopesticides, if we are used in our farms, that will be given well grow yields. Those yields will be used, means that will be helpful to our us. So this will be nothing but the health conscious. If you are maintaining the health conscious, means we have to go for the biopesticides, not the chemical pesticides. So these biopesticides also the making of an one of the engineering applications, and it will be used in an seed treatment also. I mean to say that if we are going for the biological levels, biological techniques in making of or the any pesticides or any filtration, it will be not polluting to the environment. The biology is devices are environmental useful. Again, that biology is used for the human organ systems and the bio designs. So how our brain or the eye or the heart or the kidney, these are the organs of an human body. Those human body organs, first we have to study what is the structure of our heart and how heart is, how many blocks are there, all those things, and how the structure of an our human brain is there, how the neurons are there, how it is working, condition of an all the brain, that we have to study biologically. First we have to study, and we have to implement those things by making of an artificial brain or the artificial kidney or the artificial heart. Nowadays we are making all those artificial kidney and artificial brain and the artificial hearts. So if we have made the artificial brain, so this is also called as an artificial general intelligence. This is able to such a way we are creating those artificial brain that can learn and solve the many problems in the same way that how the human can solve the problems. If you are made and one artificial brain, means that should be understand all the problems, how the problems are there and how to react those problems. Such a way we are creating the artificial brain. So the artificial brain is also recognizing the learn from new experiences and generalize from past experiences, and it will all study about the recognition things. As well as in an advanced computer science and engineering skills, research is still going on to make an artificial models. It can stimulate the complex process of an human cognition and adapt the new situation despite the significant challenges. And we have to go through again the bionic eye. Bionic eye is also one of the artificial eye that has to be implemented to the blind persons. As our human eye works, the same way the bionic eye is also working in a such a way. So that bionic eye typically consists of an camera, processor, and an electrode array. To make this bionic eye, again we have to study the engineering of an camera electrode array, how it is working. The camera first captures the images and sends the signals to the processor, which then transmits the electrical signal stimulation to the electrodes in the retina to stimulate the remaining healthy cells and restore the vision. How our human eye acquiring the images, the same way if we have implanted the bionic eye in an human, that will be able to perform the as the human being eye. Again we have to robotic arm prosthetic devices for those who are handicapped persons, for the sport persons. If you have implanted the robotic arm to that person, he can make the movement of the muscles. That muscles also, the movement of the muscles is one of the biological things. That way we have to make the device such as it has to be made the movement how our human legs or the human hands are making. The same way we have to make the prosthetic arm or the robotic arm. Again one of the thing is we have to go through the what are those engineering applications for an some Parkinson diseases. Parkinson diseases is nothing but the one of the disease in there human is not able to make the movement of the hands. It is for the elder peoples or the old age peoples. So we have to make the cure of those things by the engineering solutions. Which are those engineering solutions are? One of the engineering solution is telerehabilitation. So this is the telerehabilitation involves the use of the telecommunication technology. Telecommunication technology is the engineering technology which will be making the physical therapy and the rehabilitation in a person visits the therapist. And we have to wear the smart watches. Again those smart watches used to monitor the symptoms of the Parkinson disease such as tremors, provide the remedies and the prompts for an medication and the exercise. So those are the things we have to be take care for the Parkinson diseases. Again we have to make the artificial heart. So that artificial heart is nowadays that is also implanting to an human being. How the natural heart will be works, the same way the artificial heart also works. By incorporating all those natural brain, artificial brain or the artificial heart or the artificial kidney, those will be removing the impurities in our body. That all those artificial things we have to train such a way we are making an robots. Those robots will be used for an that robots are used in every way to do a job of a human. They are replacing the human being. So the human being is nothing but the living one organism that has been replaced with an robots. Such a way we are making the such a way we have to understand the biology for making of an robot. The robot is one of the best example for the comparison of an human being and with all the engineering things involved in that robot. Such a it has make the movement. If somebody wants to be take the movement of an wheelchair, so if we have trained that model, automatically it will uplift the movement of that wheelchair. And some of the things we have to study, one is the spirometer. The spirometer is also one of the device which is used for the which is particularly used for the COPD. If we are disease, we are suffering with an lung infection. If you are suffering with an lung infection, that spirometer will be used. To that working of a spirometer, how we have to inhale and we have to exhale, that device we have to be incorporate. So that device is made such a way that it is will be helpful for a human being. And we have to be go for the scaffolds. So those scaffolds are nothing but the grid of lines. In that grid of lines, we have to be make use of an cells, implant the cells. Automatically those will be cells will be increased. So it is nothing but comes under the tissue engineering, that cells increment. So that cells, if we are some body has been damaged, we have to replace that damaged body. Means we are going for the scaffold. Artificial scaffold will be used for the things. Again, we have to study through the nature related things, how the nature is there, how the bird is flying. The same way the bird is influenced, the natural things are inspired to make an artificial devices. How the bird is flying, the same way our aeroplanes are made to fly in an sky. The wing, we can see the wings of an aeroplane or the drone. They are designed such a way of an bird. How the birds are flying, the same way design of that aeroplane has been made, or the aircraft or the drone has been made. And we have to be if comes under the to remove the pollutants in an pond, some of the lotus is used, or the lotus is used, that will be removing all the impurity from the water, bad content. So that has been the same way we have to make the bionic leaf that will be used for the cleaning up of the polluted environments. Again, we have to see the inspired by the Velcro and the birds of the robotics to make the animal locomotion. So the Velcro is nothing but the one of the natural thing. With the help of the Velcro, we have made the so many things. So those Velcro are used as an biological works. This will be looks like a loop and the hook. So those have been used in many engineering applications in the medical devices such as braces, splints, garments for the adjustable and secure fastening capabilities. Such we are making nowadays. Big companies are using the Velcro or the Velcro technology in clothing or the footwear by making of an footwear. Again, in the aerospace equipment, we are using the Velcro. The Velcro is used for the vibrating and the shifting during launch of the flight. Again, in the automotive industry, the Velcro is used for securing the carpets, headliners, attaching door panels, seat cushions, and the Velcro is also used in the packaging the industry for resealable closures or the bags. For the bag zip, we are using the Velcro. Those will be used biologically inspired. Again, the sports equipment. So sports equipment such as helmets, gloves, and the provide secure. Those have been used. All are nothing but the Velcro. Velcro will be used. Again, biologically inspiration. The biological inspiration is one of the kingfisher. How the kingfisher beak is there? That kingfisher beak will be used to make the fast movement of the train. So the Japan In the Japan, we have used the Shinkansen bullet train that moves very, very fast, that can run or the with a coverage of an close to 3,000 kilometer per second. Why this Shinkansen we have used? Because this is used for the aerodynamics design. This has been made of an aerodynamic design, how meticulously shaped to reduce the resistance and the improved aerodynamics performance. Improve the performance. So I will show the some of the things to you, such.
Madam, please.
So these are the things, sir. So now you can see, sir.
No, madam, not yet. PPT is not visible.
PPT is not visible, sir.
Yes, yes. Please reshare it again. It will visible.
Yes, sir. I finished. I want to show that all those things, biological sensors, and that skin chain bullet train. Just okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I have finished my talk. Thank you, sir.
If possible, madam, please reshare it. Let we see what are the PPTs are there, if possible.
Yes, sir.
You try it again. You try it again. If not possible, we will continue. Now it's visible, madam. Share the screen.
Ha, sir. Is it visible, sir?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes.
So these are the devices I told you: hemoglobin meter and the sphygmometer and the smart watches and the biochips. So these are the biofilters and the biopesticides I told you. So these, if you are going for the biopesticides, means it will be helpful to the environment. So this is the artificial brain. We have to incorporate the artificial brain, and I have told you one robotic arms or the prosthetic device. So this is the robotic arm, has been fixed to an person to make the movements of an leg if the person is disabled one. So these will be work as an engineering application, and this is the artificial eye or the bionic eye. We are implanting this bionic eye to an human being to see as a normal human being. And this will be the artificial heart. It will be implanting to make use of all those things we have made, and biorobotics also. This is a spirometer. This is spirometer to measure the whatever the how the lung is inhaling and exhaling, how much amount of the air is going inside and the outside. And these are the artificial kidney. Artificial kidneys are used to remove the unwanted things from the body. The muscular dystrophy is also done, so that scaffold tissue growth, tissue engineering. This is the diagram for the tissue engineering. And this is the one of the bio-inspired making of an aeroplanes, aircraft with the help of the nature of the bird, how the bird is flying. The same way we have made the aircraft design. First we have to study how the living organism works. On that basis we have made the aircraft. The same way these are the things, bioleaves are used to remove the pollutants from the water or the ocean. These are the Valco is used for the many application, industrial or the medical application. So these are the natural things. The inspiring of these natural things we are making the artificials one. This is the Valco, looks like this, and this is the loop and the hook, and this is the kingfisher beak. The same way kingfisher beak, the bullet train is there. I want to conclude my talk. Biology is very, very important for an engineering students to understand the basic principle of an engineering and the introduction of an biological concept, so that they can effectively interact to concern for providing solutions to the problems related to the biostreams. Therefore, the engineering undergraduates need to be suitably exposed to least to the every minimum biology, so that they would at least be able to consider a biological system aspect in which they could later make appropriate contributions through their main expertise, say electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, and the computer science, materials engineering, or any other. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful presentation. And now it's a time for discussion. Dear participants are requested. If you have any query or would like to ask something, please come ahead, dear participants. Yes, sir.
Good evening, Dr. Bedkar sir. Good evening, Prashant sir, and good evening, ma'am. Wonderful presentation you have made, and really a kind of a two fields coming together at one place. Sangam hai wo, right? Getting it, definitely we can say. And definitely in medical field, we are using sphygmometer. We can check blood pressure by just applying the mechanical aid. Hemoglobin, yes, definitely. Nowadays, we are using so many instruments in pathology lab, like auto analyzer, and so many things we are using machine and engineering. And we have to learn the engineering part also. In orthopedic patient also, when we are putting nails and plates and everything, wire, K-wire, we have to do several measurements, and those are also part of engineering. So biology and engineering, they go hand in hand only. And then you have mentioned about spirometry. Yes, definitely the dialysis units nowadays are doing wonderful job. So people can have little more further, even their renal failure, and they can survive up to the time of a replacement, renal replacement. But dialysis is something external. Yeah, definitely. And for the human kidney, there is no other replacement as such. Dialysis is just prolonging the functioning of the kidney conditions. And so nowadays we are using stains in various conditions like pancreatitis and brain problems, and stain we are putting. So that is also something very mechanical. So definitely in the health sector, it has a big role. And when you are talking about various kinds of filters, I remember the biological filter where the Smudzek layer or Zugnil layer presents on the surface of the filter, and what water we filtered, there is a biological that layer plays a role in the mechanical filter. So wonderful presentation, ma'am, you have made. And definitely there should be a kind of a relationship between man and machine. So we have to address that man-machine relationship. Usually in our medical field, what we are saying that what instrument you are using, Stato or Spigmo, you should be adjusted to your own instrument. If you are taking some other instrument, it becomes little difficult to use it. So man-machine relationship, that friendship is very important. So thank you very much ma'am, for wonderful presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Anybody else? Shivaji Tekale, sir, you have had raised your hand, please. Tekale, sir. So thank you, Dr. Swan Shukla, sir, for nice sharing and your thoughts you have explained here. Thank you so much. Now I request the chief organizer of the series, Honorable Dr. M. Ambedkar, sir, to conclude the session. Please, sir.
Hello. Hello, sir. My one question is for sir. I asked one question for madam. Artificial heart and kidneys are properly working for human bodies in the human body. Artificial.
Now only sir has explained. It just works as a dialysis, not fully. Artificial kidney, not fully. Just it removes the things. Now
Okay.
only sir has told the explanation, and more detailed explanation sir has given now only. And artificial arts also they are implementing. They are under progress, sir. It's yes, sir. I am hearing you. Yes. Okay, sir. Okay. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am, for wonderful lecture, and congratulate.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
So thank you, Dr. Swani Shukla sir, Ajit Bakle sir, for your queries, and also thanks, Principal sir. Now I move towards the vote of thanks. Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Ausa, District Latur in Maharashtra State. We all know that organized a world record series 2. Today we have completed 365th day. Means throughout the year we came across 365 days. So it is a really a wonderful platform we have made here for every listeners, and we are very proud that you are people supporting to us, and that's we are moving ahead. So on this occasion of 365th day, I wish you all the best and be connected with us every day. That's we will get energy from your active participants to the series. So thank you so much. I especially thanks today's keynote speaker, Dr. Savitri Warad, who have presented a topic very nicely, clearly in a simple language, that biology for engineers, where she covered all those aspects regarding the topic. Ma'am have explained what do it mean biology, then engineering principles, and also telecom technologies, then different giving the different examples about new techniques regarding this biology and for the engineers, robotic arms, robotic legs, eyes, robotic hearts, then spirometers, then tissues engineering, bullet trains, basic principles of biology. All these things are new to us, madam, but you have explained very sincerely. So I'm very, very thankful you have paid your valuable time to the series and delivered a nice lecture. So thank you so much. Also thanks the chief organizer of the series, Honorable Principal M. Betkar sir. Thanks from my colleagues for Sanjay Kale sir and remaining others. And I should not forget all those dear participants, those who join to the series regularly. So thanks a lot once again to you all. Kindly fill the feedback link which is given in the chat box. With the kind permission of chief organizer, I declare the session is over. Thank you once again, Savitri madam, for paying valuable time. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Birbal sir, Honorable
Thank you,
Gopal sir, my dear friend Sonu Kumar sir. Nice to see you, sir. Thank you so much, Sonu Kumar.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
नमस्ते बेटकर सर, नमस्ते प्रशांत सर, आप दोनों को और आपकी इस पूरी टीम को ढेरों हार्दिक शुभेच्छा। पूरे 365 दिन किए और ये कार्य आगे बढ़ेगा, ऐसी हम शुभकामना मतलब हमारी रहेगी आपके साथ, और सदा हम ऐसे ही आपके साथ जुड़े रहें एक परिवार की तरह, ये ऐसे ही बढ़ते रहे। और सभी को, मेरे जितने मित्र हैं, हम सब की तरफ से आप दोनों को ढेरों शुभकामनाएं, आपकी टीम को भी।
जयवीर सिंह सर, आपकी शुभकामनाएं हम स्वीकार करते हैं। आप जैसे बहुत ही अच्छा श्रोता यानी लिसनर्स है, उसके लिए तो ये सीरीज आगे चलती है। आप हमेशा जुड़ते हैं सर, एक अच्छा अलग यानी वक्तव्य लेके हर दिन आप कमेंट भी करते हैं। वी आर अप्रिशिएट योर प्रेजेंस। थैंक यू सो मच जयवीर सिंह सर। थैंक यू सर।